It's your boy Music 101, the Street Report, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jewelry, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friend. That's been our trump card. We already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many great hard white women on that jewelry is standing with white guilt about going to heaven. Is not going to have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning.
And the other kid got all type of stuff on his background. See, this been going on since the beginning of time. Emmett Till, the rest of them. Ain't no more putting you from a tree no more. That's over with. It's this new system. Get you up in there, throw away the key, have you in there making socks and PIA, in them fields working, until they get every last one of us up in there and put us to work, man. And pay us nothing.
This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent with some allegations hanging on his. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law, back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do if you think they're gonna find him guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law.
Right.
What would I tell somebody who has just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's? Damn, that sucks. I get it. I have it too. Why not, between now and that, squish the life out of life that you can? I mean, just milk it for all it's worth.
Internet should be simple.
Fast G Fiber. All one price and no rate increases ever.
So, no fine print hiding in the cart somewhere?
No, just dinner.
No tricks, no gimmicks, just great internet. Sign up today at fiber.google.com.
Ain't no manslaughter. That what gets you, what's the max? 11 years on that?
Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jewelry, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friend. That's been our trump card. We already knew that. But we wanted everything to play out how they had it. Can't wait till I walk. The family, we waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. I wanna got me a white woman. Yeah, I wanna got me a white woman. I'm finna treat her like she black today. So I'm giving her everything she wants. You want some wings? You want some chicken wings?
Man, she look a little young in that backseat. Your ass gonna be up in there next and you better chill out.
Say no, listen, I told y'all everything I told y'all about that mother. I told y'all last year the boys had dope in their system. I told y'all it wasn't a knife. It was a compass tool. It wasn't even long enough to get it. It wasn't even long enough to pierce his heart. Say, listen, I don't give a damn how it go. Automatic win on appeal. All white jewelry. Everybody 50 plus older. You mean to tell me they can't find nobody that's a jury of his peers? A jury of his peers. I cannot believe Collin County dropped the ball like this here. I cannot believe and what Collin County has been since they have existed.
That's the cruise going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cruise going on.
That's freedom of the city.
I got him, Kayla. I got him. I got him.
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025. Oh, it's Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
How many you want?
Yeah. That's the lamb, baby. Cold game. Look like any one of our kids, man. Look at this here, man. Young, man. Gone. Life over with, man. Take 1 second to think, man. And it take a split second to throw your life away. But this right here, this is pure racism, man. Nothing else, man. Wait, this video is sponsored by Freaking. All right, let me get past that. Let's go about right. Let's go right here.
At a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas, ended with 17-year-old Austin McCabe losing his life. According to investigators, witnesses' testimony, Carmelo Anthony, who attended a different school, was sitting under Memorial High School's team tent during the weather delay. Witnesses say Austin McCabe and others repeatedly asked Anthony to leave their area because it was designated for their team. The situation quickly became heated, with both teenagers exchanging words. Multiple witnesses reported that Anthony warned McCabe not to touch him. The confrontation then turned physical when McCabe shoved Anthony.
It's like, make me move, also grab this backpack. This kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab.
Police say Metcalf then went to move Anthony from under the tent. And at that point, Carmelo Anthony allegedly pulls out a knife and stabs Metcalf in the chest. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms.
Anthony was arrested at the scene and later claimed he acted in self-defense.
One of the most anticipated witnesses was that student who knew both Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. He testified that tensions escalated after Anthony was asked to leave the Memorial team tent. He told jurors Anthony became angry, challenged Austin to move him, and appeared to be provoking a confrontation before Austin put his hands on him. He described Austin falling backwards, lifting his shirt, and yelling that he'd been stabbed. He also said he and Carmelo Anthony were not good friends. But on cross-examination, the jury was shown photos of the two together at parties, social gatherings, and at a track meet weeks before the stabbing. This was in an effort to show that they were much closer than the witness acknowledged. And then when asked why he didn't intervene, he said he really didn't know, and why he didn't tell his teammates that he knew Anthony, to calm everyone down.
Prosecutors argued that the stabbing was unjustified escalation of a verbal dispute, while the defense maintained Anthony feared for his life. The case drew national attention and became the subject of intense debate online. In June 2026, a jury found Carmelo Anthony guilty of murder and sentenced him to 35 years in prison.
Let me interrupt you. The verdict is in. It is 35 years is the sentence, not under passion. 35-year sentence for Carmelo Anthony, eligible for parole after serving half of that time.
It almost feels illegal to know after a car accident. Never sue the person who crashed into you if you want to potentially get a six-figure payout. There's an easier way you could get a way bigger check without suing, going to court, or dealing with insurance directly. Listen, if you've been in a car accident in the past year, even if it seemed minor, even if you were a passenger, what I'm about to share feels like information you're not supposed to have and could help put thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands more into your pocket. After a car accident, there are two paths everyone knows about. Deal with insurance and take whatever they offer, or sue the other driver, pay thousands in upfront legal fees, and wait years for a payout. But there's something happening quietly in 2026 that insurance companies are not comfortable with. A growing number of accident victims are getting paid the maximum amount they may be owed without having to go to court, deal with insurance directly, or pay any expensive upfront legal fees. Here's how you may never have to worry about money again after an accident. It's called the 2026 Compensation Service. We recently launched it across a couple more states to help victims get the maximum amount they could be owed without the usual hassles of dealing with insurance directly, going to court, or paying expensive upfront legal fees. The only catch is we're only looking for 10 more accident victims who want to try this service and potentially get paid their full compensation quickly. Take Dante's story. Insurance offered him $3,900 after his accident. He was about to file a lawsuit against the other driver when a friend told him about the 2026 compensation service. Dante checked if he qualified. He did. 55 days later, he received over $119,000. No lawsuit, no courtroom, no money out of his pocket. Here's how you find out if you qualify. Click the link around this video and answer 4 simple questions about your accident. No legal expertise needed. Nothing complicated. About 30 seconds, and it costs you absolutely nothing. If your accident qualifies, a specialist could reach out and handle everything. You share what happened, and they could take it from there. Your check could arrive in as fast as 30 days, and you don't pay a cent out of pocket unless you get compensated first. The accident already happened. Nothing changes that. But this service could help you get a real settlement for your medical bills, missed work, and property damage. The kind of number insurance was hoping you'd never find out you could get. What could it change for you to find out that insurance has been sitting on a number way bigger than the one they gave you? That the money to clear your medical bills, replace your missed income, and put the accident behind you has been there this whole time. And the only thing keeping it from you was not knowing how to collect it. If your accident was within the last year and you weren't at fault, you could qualify for a serious payout. But there are only 10 spots, and your deadline doesn't wait. Once either one runs out, what you know won't matter anymore. Click the link, answer 4 quick questions, and find out what your accident could really be worth. It's free, it's fast, and you risk nothing. But do it now, because if you wait too long, you might be walking away from life-changing money.
Time. So,
Wow.
there's a sentence.
What's your reaction? There's the sentence.
Wow. Again, I'm coming from a unique perspective. I was a prosecutor. I have prosecuted people that have killed people, that have harmed children, that have harmed babies. I have defended people that, have killed multiple people. I have a death penalty case that I'm a part of right now. And I will tell you, in my 17 years, I think these set of facts, a jury coming to the conclusion that 35 years in prison is an appropriate sentence, is quite incredible.
It's not incredible. That's let you know what to come. At the same time, man, we got to teach these kids stop being emotional, man. Put that weapon down. He went up in there and he shanked him, but at the same time, they was self-defense. They was both arguing, fight. He probably didn't have no time. It was a split second. Crazy, man.
Incredible. I'm slightly blown away. I will tell you that it's important that we always remember here in Texas that you have a range of punishment. The range of punishment for a murder conviction is anywhere from 5 years to 99 years or life. And regardless of the sentence that you receive, in the state of Texas, you are required to serve half of your sentence or 30 years, whichever is less. Mm-hmm. So in this particular instance, he's sentenced to 35 years. Before he becomes eligible for parole, he will have to serve half of that sentence. What is that, 16 and a half years, 17 and a half years?
Well, they gon' we got the life sentence, or it's just 35 years. 35 to life or just 35 years period. Let's say Anthony sentenced to 35 years.
And that may very well have been the age of Austin Metcalf when this happened in 2025.
I think I think you're right about that, Sean.
Absolutely. I'm actually surprised differently. I again felt like it was going to be longer.
According to the online critics and the people that's there in person standing on the front line, this case is not about is Carmelo Anthony guilty or innocent. The narrative around this case is about black and white race. Yeah. See, the picture that's being painted, Carmelo Anthony was approached by two tall, strong white boys that's athletes. Carmelo Anthony, this short, brave, small black kid that stood up for himself after he was bullied. See, the people were saying if the roles was flipped and two strong, tall black athletes approached a small, brave, short white kid, and that white kid would have stabbed and killed one of those,
he would have got off. Self-defense. See, I didn't know this. I didn't know the two dudes was bullying on him. Cold. This is cold, homie.
Those two strong black boys, they saying he would have got off for self-defense. But since Carmelo Anthony is black, the people feel like he was guilty the moment he defended himself. Charleston White also spoke about this prior, and this is what he had to say.
So let me just say, since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Carmelo Anthony's family. Now I was wrong with my taking it. I was always wrong with my taking it.
Yeah, you just indicted.
I was always wrong with my taking it. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly, and I had opportunity to talk, peace and love. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school, so I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He was a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side.
Yeah, they were trying to bully him. But anyway, man, let's go over here. This is what channel was this, man? Let me find it. Hold on. This is News 101. Let me blow this up so y'all can see that. Go over there and subscribe. Watch the rest of that. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all leave y'all comment in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe to the video. I mean to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Anyway, we're gonna talk about. Well, should I talk about that? I might talk about what happened earlier between Compton, Rick Rock, and Slowly Face. I might talk about that. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop. I was honored to receive your invitation to the Hellfire God.
Remember, it is a Hendrick. Summer is here, and you've got places to go. All good road trips starts right here at Hendrick. We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids, check your cooling system, and do a multi-point inspection, keeping you safe anywhere you want to go for free. Book your road-ready appointment today.
3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
You want to know my name? The dog is downstairs.
56 says, as for the other people, which also come about him, he's letting you know that there's a divide in the people. There's other people that come from Adam. Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a cup. What are we doing? What are we doing? We all up into this religion, that religion. Yeah, we need to follow this. We need to follow that. Follow this. Follow that. Ain't none of that shit telling you what you going through right now. Carmelo Anthony was found guilty just the other day for Austin Metcalf. And this comes to me as no surprise, because while this happens to our people, you will have a better understanding of not only why this is happening, but you will have a better understanding of your life as these downtrodden people. Now, before we get into a deep dive and a deeper understanding as to why this happens to our people, and it seems as though all the other nations have one consent against our people, I'm going to need you. I'm really going to need you to subscribe and hype this video up. The algorithm hates it when I talk like this. So I don't expect for this video to do any type of number, because when I come out with this truth, hopefully you're going to stand here and listen to what I have to say, because this is the truth of the earth. This is the truth about history and your whole livelihood, and the reason why things like this continue to happen. The Trayvon Martins, the Breonna Taylors, the Tamir Rices, you know what I'm talking about. So, for your support, I'm gonna need you to hit this Cash App. See it scrolling at the bottom. But let's get into it. So, we're going to start this off with this book. It's this book that's out there that everybody hates. But in this book, there is the truth in this book. But the truth isn't going to be exposed by just anybody holding this book. You must be taught, and you must be well studied to be able to navigate yourself through this book, because this book has mysteries in it. This book must be decoded. And if you're not studied, you're just going to look at this book and hate it. You're just going to look at this book as surface level reading. So the reason why the algorithm hates when I speak like this is because my audience is geared towards entertainment, and it's not used to us speaking intellectually. So when you read and speak intellectually and tell the people the truth, the people who this book belongs to, it says, no, I don't want them knowing this truth, because this is where all the people are. They're in the hip hop, they're in the music, they're in that space. So leave these people up. We don't want to wake these people up, and this is where they reside. So I'm going to start this off with Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt listen diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. So listening to that, you may say to yourself, that's unfair. Why would God take a specific people if they were to listen to him and set them higher than everybody else? Why would he do that? That goes against what America has been teaching us all our lives, which is everybody is all one. That's what we believe. We believe that ever since we were children, even our parents believed it. We are all one, and everybody needs to be treated equal, and everybody is equal. Well, when you believe that, it makes you accept being clocked upside your damn head. When you believe that, it makes you accept being gunned down in the middle of the street and nothing happens to the person. It makes you be more passive throughout your whole life.
Just got paid $62,000 for my car accident using nothing but this app on my phone.
If you've never heard of free case evals, it's quickly becoming one of the largest legal health platforms in the country. It's just this tool that's already helped over 140,000 people get life-changing settlement checks, all from just answering questions. Here's how it works. The app asks 4 simple questions about your accident, then compares your case to millions of others. In seconds, it tells you whether you qualify for a big cash payout. I first found out about this from a guy named Raymond about 3 years ago. Raymond got hit hard in a bad crash. He lost his car, was feeling in serious pain, and the insurance company refused to pay him anything fair. So he posted a video that went viral, sharing how he used this exact tool and got a $125,000 payout in just a few months. Then it happened to me. I was stopped at a red light when some distracted driver slammed
and not have any type of fight within you because you were taught that everybody is all one and everybody should get along. Wow. Everyone else is lying to you, and everyone else knows who you are. These other nations have stolen your records. The Bible isn't just the Bible. It was tablets. It was scrolls. Now it's the paper that we know. So it just wasn't formed by some man. No, not just one man just created it. No, that's a lie. So it says that he will set these people on high above everybody else if they were to listen to his words and to do his commandments, such as, thou shalt love thy brother as you love yourself. Love your neighbor, love your brother. But what did these people do? They unalived their brothers. They stepped on their brothers. They're up on the score on their brothers. So if he's speaking to a specific people, and this doesn't have anything to do with no other nations of people, it will behoove these people to listen if they wanted to be above everybody else. Not in wickedness, not ruling over these people and just unaliving them and destroying them. Nah. Just enjoying the fatness of the earth. If they want to do that, they will listen. So if they didn't unalive each other, if they didn't steal from each other, if they didn't sleep with other people's wives, their brothers' wives, if they didn't do all of that stuff, then they will receive blessing. Verse 2 says, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Verse 3 says,
This queen's reign isn't over.
I found a family out here in space, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep them safe. 10 seconds!
Final score, 0-2-3. Well, you can't expect to win them all. Which hero do you think you want to be today?
I'm here to finish the fight that my father began. I hope I make him proud.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match? The right heroes could make all the difference. Round one, go!
I'm as flawless as they come, darling.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
The ocean at sunrise does not be as bright as you.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my dear. You should have stopped while you were ahead, honey.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
You guys go for the kill, right? Cause Betty's here, baby.
I'm back, and now there's hellfire to pay.
This officially makes it in your face. Guess who just showed their stupid faces? This is real firepower!
ER after a car accident. Listen up. I got $96,000 for my accident in 57 days, and I only had what they call silent injuries. So basically nothing visible, nothing that showed up on the scene. I got hit, felt shaken up, but okay, no blood, no broken.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. These are blessings that these people don't have. Why? Because they didn't listen. And being though that they didn't listen, these people receive curses. Now, when you're well read and well studied and you're able to navigate this book, you cannot debunk it. It's impossible. Now, the unlearned, the unread, and the unstudied, of course, they're going to have so many discrepancies that it ain't going to make no sense. And the truth is, they don't like it because they know that they are going to have to eventually renew their minds. They're going to have to change their behavior and withdraw themselves from the lies that have been taught to them. This is why people hate this book. Now, I'm going to skip over the blessings because the people who were supposed to inherit the blessings did not inherit the blessing. They didn't listen, so therefore God allowed the evil to take over the earth, because it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not listen unto the voice of the Lord God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, you may look at this and say, well, that's not talking to me because this was written over 2,000 years ago. Well, you're right. And that also lets you know that the people that he's speaking to is your relatives. Like I said, this book wasn't just created by a man. These are records. This is history. I know you have it in your mind that this is a fairy tale, but these words are real. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Meaning, we don't have a field to grow our own fruits and vegetables. Who has taken over these fields and grew these vegetables and fruits that we need and turned it around and sold it to us? Now you have to work, make money to buy something that's free. Again, I'm going to need y'all to support. Make sure you like, subscribe, do whatever you can do, because the algorithm hates when I speak like this, because it's the truth. If I was to get up here and just shuck and jive and just everything is all good, no, it's not. It would accumulate so many views. But it's the truth that needs to be stopped. I want to skip down to verse 29. It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind grope in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee. What do you see online when something happened to one of our people? Oh, they need to stop doing this to us. Why are they doing this to us? Oh, man. We keep running to these people for answers. And the answers is right here in front of our face. This is why I always talk about get yourself right. We cannot expect for these people to treat us right when we turn around and treat each other wrong. It just doesn't work that way. Now I'm going to read one more of these curses, and I'm telling you, I'm going to leave it up to you to read the rest of them, because what you're going to read is it's going to scare you. I'm going to read this last one. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Now, I haven't read not one book in my 39 years of living that pinpoints and so accurate and explains a people's situation like this has. I don't know where it is. And for this to be written over 2,000 years ago, let's get it, y'all. Before we get into that, I just want to say something, because I know our people, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that hate this book. A lot of people hate this book, right? So I've come up with this analogy that I want you to really think about, because there's a lot of people who say we need to stay away from that book because it was used to enslave us. We have no business reading that book. So there's this analogy. You're at home with all of your loved ones, and a robber came in. He has a gun. He came in your house, and he snatched up all of your loved ones, and he left you there. You later on find out where they are, and they're in some basement somewhere. And you see the robber's sleeping. He has the gun sitting right there on the table. You found where he at. And your people is tied up. You have access to the gun that he used to snatch your people up. Is it okay to grab the gun while the robber is asleep and use it to free your people? Same thing with the good book. It's the same thing. It was used. But does that mean that you can't use it? Because what's wrong with loving your brothers? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with not stealing? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with owning your own land? And if one of your brothers is poor, you have him work for you. What's wrong with that? And I say that to say there's another scripture people got a problem with. And it's servants, obey your master. That's your brother that you're working for. If I had a field, if I had land, and one of my brothers or sisters, they in need, I'm going to allow them to work. Now, their rules is to respect me, respect my land, respect my house, respect my family. That's what that scripture is talking about. Now, I said that because that's a famous one that everybody loves to quote. Now that you have the understanding of it, what are you going to do?
My name is Maria Isabella Garcia. I'm an application scientist for Milton Biotech, and I help researchers and healthcare providers use our technologies to their full potential. I always knew that I wanted to do something with science, specifically biology.
Let's get it. This next scripture I'm going to read because I noticed a pattern happening over and over and over again. And before I even got into the Bible, noticing what's going on, it's like, these are my questions that I have, and I see my people having the same questions. Why do this keep happening over and over and over again? Why, when we march in the streets and we damn near begging them, look, stop doing this to us. Stop it. Why do this happen? Lamentations 4:17, it says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain health. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We keep asking these people, what's going to stop them from doing this to us? No, it's within ourselves. We have to do it. If God controls everything, why not listen to him? Why not go to him? And in your personal life, you make these changes and you will start to see the change happening. Then you will know what God was talking about and the blessings and the curses. When each one of us do that, as a whole, you start to see change for real. Next verse says, they hunt our steps. This sounds familiar. That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Now, these are our forefathers and our ancestors' records. They written this. But we think that this book is make-believe because of the movies, because of the people who stolen it from us, told us how to read. They told us what to read in the churches. This is why we look at the book like it's lies, because we haven't read it for ourselves. Verse 19 says, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. So back in the day, they might use, certain lingo because the area was different. But the same thing has happened to their offspring, which is us, the same people. It's the same people. These are records. And this is why it's so important for our generations to come to learn to read and write. Writing has become a lost art form that our people don't even do anymore. This book is ancient knowledge. This book is so mysterious. This is the reason why when I speak like this, I'm talking about the videos from the previous one on now. Y'all just watch the numbers. The algorithm hate it when I talk like this. I've seen it. When I speak like this every 2 months or something like that, I gauge it. I see it because this is the truth that they don't want you knowing about. There's so many mysteries in this book. There's a lot of mysteries that need to be decoded. Now, this next scripture I want to speak about, it's about setting your foundation. What do you stand on? What is your roots? Do you stand on business? Do you stand on loving your people as you love yourself? Or do you hate your own people? Do you like arguing with your own people? Do you really have a hatred to where as though you want to unalive your own people? If so, you must renew your mind into where as though that you're loving your people. And that needs to be your foundation. Your foundation needs to be God, love, yourself, and your people, right? So it said, Luke 8 and 9, and his disciples asked him, saying, what might this parable be? Because he said a parable, which is about foundation. Your foundation must be right. But it was in a parable. And he said, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of God, but to others in parables. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. God is so good because throughout history, these records, this book was destroyed over, and I'm talking about pages burnt. They tried to destroy our history. They tried to wipe it away. They tried to whitewash it. They tried to do everything. And God managed to let us have these records. He allowed us to have it. And there are so many mysteries that's in it, and it's given to you. Now he says, but to others, it was written in parables. Like they not going to understand it. Y'all know when somebody say a punchline and like rap. We listen to rap. We love it. Because the punchlines, the parables, the metaphors, we get it. But let somebody else try to break it down. They be like, what? Like, they look at it like surface level. This is why we were able to receive the Bible, because the people who were persecuting us and tried to destroy it, when they read it, they was looking at it surface level. But when we read it, it's a whole different story. Hopefully you're able to see yourself in it. You're able to identify yourself with it, because these are the things that's happening to you. The same thing that happened to your ancestors.
Hey, we're going to be testing out this new AI tool by Meta called Manus. You can access Manus by going to manus.in. This is what the homepage looks like. I will say, I love the user interface. It looks very professional. Now, moving on to its capability, we can see that it has a bunch of options for what it can do here. There's also one more option that shows even more things that it's capable of doing. We're going to do our standard test, and we're going to have the AI assistant make us a website. Fortunately, there's an option for it here, so we'll put that into our prompt in. We can go ahead, we can send it on its way. I'm going to go ahead and let Manus think. You can see it's even writing its code for us here. So while it thinks, let's talk about the overall quality of an AI building a website. Now, obviously, AI is a tool, and we want it to be able to take our task and convert it effectively into a product. In this case, our product is a website. So we need our website to be fully fleshed out, it to be interactable, we need to be able to scroll and see everything clearly, and we also need to be able to edit anything that's on there if need be. All right, and that has just completed its task. So I've gone ahead and opened up the website. Here at the top, let's click on some of the buttons. Okay, it is interactable. Not to mention, it also looks really pretty. Check it out. Up in this corner, we can select this button. You can see that the website is already formatted for a mobile device as well. Overall, this looks really nice, and I'm happy with how it turned out. And finally, look at that. A single button is all you need to publish this website. I'd say, based off the website benchmark, Venice is going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I highly recommend it. Go try it out and see what you're able to create.
What would I tell somebody who's just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's? Damn, that sucks. I get it. I have it too. Why not, between now and that, squish the life out of life that you can? I mean, just milk it for all it's worth. I worked in medical device sales for 36 years. In the summer months, you will find me 7 days a week in the yard. It tickles me pink to be outside in my yard. In addition to yard work, I love to puzzle. Oh, I can't get enough of it. I have never had a good memory. I have been made fun of for my memory for years. But then with work, starting to forget appointments, that's when it kind of got creepy. My dad died from his dementia. He wouldn't get tested for Alzheimer's. It was in 2019 that I went to see a geriatrician for the first time to get my memory tested. And I took the test every year. And my score started out at 25 or 26. The thing that kind of tripped this was going in to do the PET scan and the MRI. My score dropped down to, I think, it was 22 or 23. I looked up the results and I saw Alzheimer's mentioned 3 or 4 times. It took my breath away. I felt panic. I felt anxious. I felt scared. I felt alone. First thing I did was grab the pillow in the room and just scream into it and then start sobbing and thinking, how am I going to tell my kids? My doctor said that there are a couple of options for treatment. And so I said, okay, yeah, let's do it. It's really starting to change my mindset about the future.
We are going to keep traveling, definitely through Europe, and we want to see more of East Asia and a safari Africa.
Now we're just trying to spend as much time as possible. I mean, we've been together as a family more time than we have in a long time. So spend time with your family and your friends. It's important that we try to find joy, not happiness, joy, and they're different. Find joy in every day.
So when you take the situation with Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf, it's terrible. The brother was defending himself. And if this was to happen the other way around, we already know. We already know what happened. Take it a step farther as to how we were able to get these records. In Isaiah 1:9, it says, except the Lord of hosts had left us a very small remnant, he should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Meaning that our mindset would have been destroyed if he wouldn't have left just the basic 10 commandments. Just the basics of this is the reason why we got some type of order. It's the reason why, like, your grandmother tell you to take your shoes off. That's how deep it is. That comes from the Lord. When he told Moses, look, take your shoes off. Because the bacteria, even the scientists just figured this shit out. But God wrote it over 2,000 years ago. He been wrote this. What scientists are just now figuring out. So why not dive into the book that's showing us how to live, that's showing us how to love each other? Why are we going to keep using these excuses? Like, thou shalt not steal from one another. Like, that's a bad thing. How is that bad? Rest. Don't take a rest. How is that bad? We ain't no damn robots. How is taking a rest bad? How is this bad? It says, woe to those that call good evil and evil good. We call the good things evil. We say, oh, that's evil. But then out here in the world, we call it, oh, this is good. No, that shit is evil. This is the core. This is it. This is the answer to all of our problems. And God put the spirit on me to be able to learn this. Trust me, I tried to debunk it. You can't do it. Especially if you know it in and out. If you understand it, you cannot debunk it. But what I went over today, this does not scratch the surface at all. When was the last time you read something like this? I don't care how many times you've been to church. You're not going to hear it. Because they have a curriculum that they have to follow, which is everybody is all one while you getting knocked upside your damn head. So this is Second Ezra. This comes from a book that was taken out of the Bible. So you won't read stuff like this and you won't know that your ancestors had created something for you to follow. Second Ezra 6:54 says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all. Every man comes from Adam. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. Right there, there's a distinction. There's a separation. All the people, including the people that was chosen. 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Remember back in Deuteronomy where God said if we listen to him, it would set us on high because he made it for us. 56 says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, he's letting you know that there's a divide in the people. There's other people that come from Adam. Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a... Come on, bro. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? We all up into this religion, that religion. Yeah, we need to follow this. We need to follow that. Follow this, follow that. Ain't none of that shit telling you what you going through right now. Nothing. None of it. None of it. I don't care what you in. None of it is telling you what you're going through right now. None of them other religions, none of that shit is telling you what you're going through right now but this book. If you made it this far, you know I gotta do that temperature check. Every so often, I gotta reel everybody back in to let you know what's really going on. You can play around with the hip hop and all that. Yeah, that's cool. Now, everything you digested, no, it wasn't tasteful. I know you didn't like it, but it's real. And when you know what's going on, you'll be able to adjust. You'll be able to work on yourself much better. Remember, this was stolen. These records were stolen and then reintroduced to us as something else and twisted around. But it's up to you. I mean, God gave it to you. It's up to you to dive in it, renew your mind, and change your ways. But if you made it this far, let me know you're still rocking with me, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hype this video. Big Kish, signing out. I'm going, y'all.
Chicas, no van a creer lo que acabo de encontrar. Este V30 tiene pantalla AMOLED de 120 Hz, 5G y 256 GB. Y miren esto, normalmente uno cuesta $280, pero ahora te llevas dos por el mismo precio. El stock es súper limitado, vayan al link en mi video ya mismo.
Thank you.
Absolute idiot if you're surprised Carmelo Anthony got found guilty of first-degree murder. Did y'all honestly in your head look at this pool of jurors and thought he had a chance? These are the people that started his fate, and y'all thought these people were gonna find him not guilty? White woman in her 40s, white man in his 40s, white man in his 30s, white woman in her 30s, white woman in her 30s, white man in his 50s and 60s, Asian woman in her 50s. I'll be real, I'll take a jury of all white men and women in their 30s before I take an Asian woman in her 50s, homie. I'm sorry. Yo, Carmelo, listen, this to me, it's over with, bruh. Over with, man. Go down the line. White, Asian woman again in her 40s, Hispanic or Indian man in his 40s, Middle Eastern woman wearing a head covering in her 60s. The minorities they picked to represent Carmelo Anthony might as well just been an all-white jury for. Carmelo Anthony would probably have stood a better chance if it was all white. The most conservative white person you know can only dream of being as conservative as an immigrant in their 50s and 60s. The 50 and 60-year-old Asian and Indian women and men on that jury box probably grasped for air and held their chest when they was told Carmelo Anthony, a black kid, stabbed and killed that white boy. He stabbed and killed that good white man. Oh, they was ready to give Carmelo Anthony the death penalty there. I can almost guarantee the white folks probably protected Carmelo Anthony. If you would have put Carmelo Anthony and his fate in a room full of 60-year-old Asian women, 50-year-old Indian women and men, 40 to 50-year-old Hispanic traditionals, man, Carmelo would have gotten a death penalty, bruh. Straight up. He made out good in my book, man. Right? Based on the circumstance. Now, we could talk about what I would have given him, but it doesn't really matter. Based on his circumstance and what he was being held up against, he made out good, man. All right, walk down to 35, come out at 17 on parole, come out at about 37, 38 years old. You straight.
After Carmelo Anthony was found guilty of murder, the judge moved directly into the penalty phase. Carmelo's mom took the stand asking the court for mercy on her son. In Texas, when it comes to murder, there is a wide range of how long someone's prison sentence could be. It is between 5 and 99 years. Today, jurors not only decided that Anthony was guilty of murder, but they also determined his sentence, 35 years in prison. He's now 19. He'll be in his mid-50s when he gets out.
Final score, 3-2-2.
Singer and songwriter Hannah Hossie, and today I'm going to show you how I got my music on Spotify in under 5 minutes. I used to think uploading your music onto streaming platforms was a huge, complicated process. It's actually a really simple process. DistroKid makes it easy to get your music out on Spotify. All you got to do is go in there, upload your track, add the title, add the release date, and then bam, it gets uploaded, distributed, and that's what I love. It frees me up to focus on the creative side of things, like writing, recording, shooting videos, and rehearsing for my shows. In today's world, the power is in the artist's hands. If you want to be an artist, share your story and your talent with the world, why not? It's easier now than ever with DistroKid.
I went back and forth on this case so much. I read everything. I looked at everything available. And ultimately, I came to the conclusion I wouldn't have convicted him of first-degree murder. Just wouldn't have. And what really flipped me, to be honest, because I'll be real, I was kind of in the middle. I really wasn't on the super pro Carmelo Anthony side. I wasn't on the super anti Carmelo Anthony. I was kind of in the middle. But what really flipped me was the language of Austin Metcalf did not have the authority to move or kick Carmelo Anthony from under the tent. And the reason why that's important to me is because Austin Metcalf put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. And if he didn't have the authority to move Carmelo Anthony from out of that tent, then there needs to be some leeway for how Carmelo Anthony reacted. Carmelo Anthony is what, 5'6", 130 pounds. Austin Metcalf is what, 6'2", they said, 215, 230. What could Carmelo Anthony have done physically to prevent himself from being violated and assaulted by Austin Metcalf? Austin Metcalf had already put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. What could Carmelo Anthony have done physically to stop him from further assaulting him? Not much and nothing. The knife was low-key his only defense he had. So I could not convict this man of first-degree murder if Austin Metcalf didn't have the authority to move him. If Austin Metcalf thought that Carmelo Anthony was under the tent and he didn't want him there, go get authority. Go get a coach. Go get somebody with authority. But you took it in your own hands to put hands on this kid and move him yourself, and the kid got assaulted. He got assaulted first, and he reacted how he reacted. Now, in the case of Carmelo Anthony, now, obviously, you can't think ahead, and you probably did not know that if you would have swung his knife, he would have died. But if you're Carmelo Anthony, bro, you're looking at this like, son, you are murdering somebody in a tent with all of his friends as eyewitness. How do you think that's going to play out, man? All of Austin Metcalf's friends, all his friends were the eyewitnesses. You think they not talking to each other? You think they not figuring out what they're going to say? You think the prosecutors ain't sitting with them to walk them through what they should come on that stand and say? You think they would have came and said anything that would have went against Austin Metcalf and give Carmelo Anthony some leeway? Absolutely not. I'm 100% sure we don't know the full story that took place under that tent, because Carmelo Anthony took Austin Metcalf's life in front of all of his friends, and his friends were the eyewitness. If God forbid, something ever happened to me or something ever happened to my friend, if something ever happens to my friend and I'm the eyewitness, you know what? I'm coming on that stand and saying what I gotta say to make sure the person who murdered my friend go to jail for life. After all that, bruh, right? Like, if Austin Metcalf was under that tent telling Carmelo Anthony, I'm gonna F you up, you're not gonna say that on that stand. You're gonna say, no, like, he was telling Carmelo Anthony to move and he was getting frustrated, but it wasn't that violent. He didn't, threaten him. Of course you're gonna say that. So he stood no chance. The jurors, he stood no chance with the jurors, and the eyewitnesses, he stood no chance with the eyewitnesses. Because in that town they're in, Carmelo Anthony is literally the boogeyman of that little friend group and circle. Carmelo Anthony, homie, who he has multiple pictures with, came to trial and said, man, we're not that close with a friend, because he understood the repercussions in his social circles. And it's no coincidence that every eyewitness who took the stand, they were using language that teenagers ain't using, bruh. They was using language voluntarily. Oh, I don't think it was proportionate force to what Austin Metcalf gave. A 17-year-old ain't just thinking about it. Like what 17-year-olds commentating stand, and without being asked, they just threw out there, oh, it was not like proportional force. I definitely don't think it's self-defense, because the proportion of the force, excuse me, they were being coached, obviously, by the prosecutors. And that's the prosecutor's job, is to coach them, but still. Right? Yeah, but the kids stood no chance. Now, black people are really, really, really angry about this. Now, they're taken to the streets, they're marching, they're protesting, and they're even calling for violence, which I'm not an advocate of. I disavow all calls for violence. Violence or going out and hurting innocent people, to me, is not the answer. However, it's very few people who are doing this. It's very fringe. However, because these people want to label black people as violent or as the boogeyman, they're taking individual people who are like psychos and calling for violence. They're not trying to take this and say, this is the general sentiment of black people all across America, and it's not. Right? The average black person isn't calling for white folks to get harmed because of this Carmelo Anthony situation.
Paige, the lady's son, they got all the time for killing the white boy, the football player, the white boy. I want to let you know something, sister. I'm one of them from set this up. Your son gonna be free, and every other gonna be free out there. Hey, these kill us all day and get away with killing us like we don't mean nothing to the world, when we is the power to this We the guys and goddesses around this. I don't know about no other sorry ass around this talking and protesting, talking about time to start whooping their ass. And I'm setting that up today. I'm setting that up today. It better not be a white. White better not say nothing today wrong. I'm gonna slap this. Time to move on.
The battle starts in 5, 3, 2, 1. I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. Better stop that vehicle.
Come, my minion. This queen's reign is over.
Swear to God on my like said it. You white start getting beat up. And I'm gonna be the first I don't give you in the ghetto. You say the word I'm knocking you out. Better not say no N-word. It better be brother out your mouth. I wouldn't give you a white his ass KKK, a normal white slapping all right. If you got a problem with the saying, you can go and let's put it down. We can throw down. But we come in them sundown towns, we tearing them. We ain't playing, dog. We got a force that's I'm reckoning with. I'm sick of you as mics, man. Y'all think y'all gonna keep doing this to my bitch. That ain't how the game go. The game go like this. Eating on your ass. President, government, or you my land. Y'all can suck my pull up and I'm shooting. Sick of y'all now. Y'all gotta go. Y'all ain't to this planet. Y'all gotta go. I hate you.
COINTELPRO, CIA. He's a CIA agent. Off the bat, you can tell he's a CIA agent. It's not even, at this point, y'all gotta start making whoever y'all sending, bro, a little bit more believable, man. When you hear niggas like this start talking, man, keep them away, bro. You better not join in. Ain't no nonsense or tomfoolery he got going on, bro. You gonna be in jail. These the dudes they send, right, to act like fake revolutionaries, to act fake militant, to ingratiate themselves in a neighborhood, and all they coming to do, bruh, is to write down the names of them folks who is collabing and conspiring with him. And your names is now in like an FBI database. You now on a terrorist list. You now on a watch list. You can't travel no more. You on a no-fly list. They come to get you. Gotta stay away from people like that. They are COINTELPRO. They are CIA agents. They are informants, yo. They're not even making the informants even. Bruh, I haven't seen somebody rock a Philly hat in a minute, bruh. That man is dressing like how he think a militant should dress. Man, cut it out, bro. We not buying that, bro. But we're not dumb enough to fall for that, man. At all. They getting creative with these agents, bro. I seen another CIA agent. He has recorded himself going around slapping random like white folks.
Hey, what, you on jury selection?
No, he wasn't. Seriously.
He was on jury selection.
Oh. Bad. He say bad. He ain't been on jury selection.
You gonna die. You on jury? When you on jury?
He wasn't.
You on jury selection? You on jury selection? Oh. Not for Anthony, not for Carmelo Anthony. Oh. All right, my beat. I thought you was on jurisdiction for my beat. Man, what? Yo, what?
That's not cool, bro. And I left his Instagram handle in that edit because I want people to find who this is. I want people to hold this man accountable. call the police, get him locked up. This is not cool, bro. It's just not cool at all, man. Bro, that's somebody's like father. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's uncle, bro. Yo, that's a man who has nothing to do with this situation at all. At all. You just going around victimizing random people, and regardless of their race, it's not cool, it's not funny, it's not sweet at all, bro. You're evil, you're despicable, you lack humanity, right? Like, you're no brother of us, man. You are an evil human being if you're going out and doing something like this. Like, why? There's nothing funny about that, bro. Yo, my heart broke for that person, bro. You don't know what somebody is going through. You don't know where somebody is at in their life. That could have been him at his lowest. That could have been his last straw. He could have been having the worst day, and that happened to him. He said, all right, bro, I'm done, man. That could have been somebody's last straw, and you took it in your hands to do that to somebody, what, for some likes? Nah, that's not cool, bro. But people like this, they're CIA agents, they're informants, they're COINTELPRO, right? They're being sent out to make us look even worse. It's simple as that, bro. Right? People like this are being used as propaganda and messages for white supremacists. See, I told y'all, black people don't like y'all. Right? Like, people see this, and the white supremacist pages like Limbs of TikTok and others, they take it and they post it everywhere to paint this message that we're violent and we're coming after them. And they're trying to use this to start a war. Let's not start a war, bro. Let's not support people like this at all. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here, somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here, or here, somewhere on my screen, to find out how Floyd Mayweather just got exposed. His situation is horrifying. It's worse than we thought, all right? I'm going to see you guys in this Floyd Mayweather video. Send me a hype below if you really want to show support. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
It's fine. Some more of a land level. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready. Whoa. If we're going into that jungle, we need to suit up for the job. Where is this all frozen us? We'll be prepared.
This summer.
It's the greatest discovery in the world. I'm Rex. Why are you saying Rex? Welcome to my home sweet home. Whoa! It doesn't have that big screen TV or Wi-Fi. That's just my iCloud. He's always watching.
This island has the biggest diamond mine in the world. Come here, feel the pulse. When in doubt, we blast it.
It's a volcano. You're going to destroy the island. We need all we can get.
Take this moment.
Witness a big screen event.
Stay cool, little doggies, man.
Of prehistoric proportions.
When that hits my stomach, those baby dinosaurs eat all my pup treats. Oh, come on! No, not too big and no, not too small. We can do this.
On patrol. The Dino Thief.
No fair! I'm the dinosaur BFF. That's friends forever. Oh!
Blubbering Cave with Liberty Biberty.
It's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take.
What do you want me to say?
The line. Say the line.
Oh, that's easy. The line.
Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
We are undefeatable! The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
dog? You lying. Your dog feet on the floor? Oh, shut up. That was the floor. I told y'all I was gonna do the pest control shit. Not the safe food. My dog got enough shit on my food.
Just what I needed. I feel renewed. I'm hit. Cover me. I'm doing this my way. Just what I needed. Give me that luck. From the eternal struggle. Only 60 seconds left. Get that wheel moving again. Wow, 4 in a row.
I will never allow Krakoa to suffer the same fate as Gillespie. I feel like myself again. Insignificant gnats.
Down to 30 seconds. You belong to me! Almost time! Gotcha!
You'll be more careful next time.
Final 10 seconds! Gotcha!
Your attacks is my way. You shall not be harmed.
Let's keep fighting until us against the world!
I feel like myself again. I shall not be removed so easily.
The vehicle reached its
Keep up the momentum. Nice finish. Spirits reviving. There's a little darkness in you after all.
You are under my protection. Ah, much better.